Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Good morning, YouTubers. YouTubers and my boobers. Blah, 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 blah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello, let's go, JDM, yes, thank you, my friend. Let's go to the moon, let's go, baby. JDM's got it going over there on the tappers. Good morning, my beautiful people. How are we doing? Good morning, YouTubers. As you're coming in, make sure you say hello. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Maybe just a little bit. Did we bite, JDM? Maybe we bite a little bit. Not too much, right? Good morning. We're not getting any movement here. Let me do a quick reset. Good morning over there on the tubes. We're getting started here in 1 minute. Good to see you all. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello, Michael Kruger. Silana, good morning to you. Ness, good morning to you. Hope you are doing well, Ness. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go. Make sure we are TAPing this morning. Here we go. Leighton, good morning to you. Good to see you. Do we have any YouTube subscribers? Yes, 8,000. 8,000. You're on the channel, Michael Kruger. You just got to go look. 8,000 in about 4 months we got so far that we've been on the tubes. Good morning, everybody. I moved that up. Hello, hello, hello. Marcus, good morning to you, my Marcus. Good morning, SM. Good to see you. Remember, we got the hanging lights. That is the goal for this morning. The hanging lights. Marcus, thank you, my Marcus. Good to see everybody. Keep tapping. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, we made some light arrangements here. We switched some lights around, my beauties. Are we crystal clear? Are we crystal clear? Let's go. Yes. Yes, it is. Andrew, Davion, George, Marcus, the hanging lights. Let's go to the moon. Thank you for the follow. What are I trading? What are I trading? I don't know if you're Ethan. Are you referring to you or me? Oh, you. There it goes. What are you trading? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, yesterday in the markets. Let me explain something to all my beauties out there, all our beautiful traders. If you don't know what you're doing as a trader, yesterday was a very painful experience for you. Am I right, traders? How many of you had losses yesterday? Put me in the chat. Davion with the Crystal Rose. George, Andrew, yes, it is. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Me. I told you guys yesterday morning when we were live on here, it was going to be whippy. It was going to be choppy. Remember I said that? Because we know the state of our stock, okay? We know the state of our stock. You cannot be a trader whatsoever unless you know the state of your stock at all times. You will never be consistent. Never. It will never happen. Never. Impossible. So yesterday, okay, options expiration, Friday, we know it was going to be a hard day trading yesterday. It was going to be very hard. So yesterday for a novice trader was a painful experience. I knew that going in. I mentioned it yesterday on the live. We mentioned it every Friday, but yesterday especially because the state of our stock. Let's go. Andrew the Believer. Yes, it is. You got to learn how to trade, folks. You got to learn how to trade. If you don't learn how to trade, you're just going to keep losing over and over again. We are at 7,000 likes. Keep tapping, babies. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday morning. We're going to get to work right now. All that we ask that you do throughout the live is TAP. Share it out. We got 5 shares. Donate if and when you can. Right now, we have 1 hanging light. We have 9 more to go. So please hammer those. Get those off the board. All right? And TAP. So yesterday morning, we mapped out Miss Market. This is the SPY, okay? And these are our levels from yesterday. As you can see, we rejected here, we came back down here, we came back up here. Look at the levels we mapped out, okay? Right to this level and that level, boom, back to this level. The levels were beautiful. The problem is you all tried to trade in this area yesterday at the open, okay, and got smashed. And that is because you didn't know we were in a bearish neutral state. All right, we were in the whip zone. That's why we call it the whip zone. So you have to be very, very careful when you are trading. One important thing, traders, is I need you to start writing this stuff down that I'm going to teach you on here today. You only have 1 to 3 trades you can take per day. That is it. If you try to take any more than this, you're going to lose. Your winning percentage is dramatically going to come down when we start getting into the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. Usually when traders are in this area, they're revenge trading. Once I see they're on their 4th, their 5th, or their 6th trade, it's over. Party's over. I know they're revenge trading. Their account's going to be a mess. We got to get them back on target again, and they're a total disaster. Okay? So remember, you only have 1 to 3 chances and trades that you can take in the market every day. That is it. Okay? That is it. Now, for scalpers, they're going to say, oh, I could take 20 to 30 trades. Scalpers aren't profitable, folks. All right? They're not. Every month, at the end of the month, they just aren't profitable. And we know why they're scalping. They are scalping because they can't stay in trades long enough because they don't know how to trade. They want to have themselves in the market as the least amount of time as possible because they are so used to getting in and losing. So what they did now was they convinced themselves, let me get in and out. 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 And they think that is what's going to get them to the promised land. What's going to happen is it's going to make them dig a bigger hole than they're already in. So that's not going to work either for them. So you have to learn how to trade. You have to know the state of your stock. You have to know the position your stock is in at all times, and you need to know the market cycle you are in. Now, this is next thing I'm going to show you is vital to your trading. If you are trying to trade around noon, 1, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to be a very painful experience. You're going to start getting into the gambling territory during those hours. You want to trade between 9:30 a.m. Eastern time and 11 a.m. Eastern time. That is it. Once 11 o'clock comes around, you wrap it up. That's all she wrote. We don't trade before 9:30. We don't trade after 11 a.m. Now, the one thing I can tell you is if I surveyed everybody in here who trades after 11 a.m. Eastern time, and I ask you this very simple question, were you profitable the last 4 months in a row? And your answer is going to be no. Okay? Now, for those traders that trade between 9:30 and 11 a.m., you are going to have the same exact answer as the people after 11 a.m. What? Well, how is that possible? Because you don't know how to trade between 9:30 and 11 a.m. That is where the volume is. That is where the big boys and the big girls play. Between 9:30 and that's where the varsity is. The varsity is trading between 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern time. The JV is trading between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Okay? We're done by 11 o'clock. We're wrapped up. We're done. Over. We're not sitting here looking at charts all day. Are you crazy? Who would do that? Did you become a trader to sit in front of your machine from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you? Julissa, hello. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. Andrew the Believer, Davion, thank you so much, everybody, for those donations. One trade for you yesterday. Very good. Very, very good. Definitely not. No. Hello, Julissa. This is true, but sometimes there's opportunities. Now, Monster Capital, here's the question I have for you. Are we ready? Do you think a high probability win will be in that time frame when it's sometimes? Do you still want to take the chance that sometimes you'll get an opportunity after 11 a.m.? No, I wouldn't. I want to trade where I know I'm going to get the opportunity. I know I'm going to get winners, and that's between a 9:30 and 11 a.m. Now, people are going to come in and argue about this because they can't trade between 9:30 and 11 because of this, that, or the other thing. So they will try to convince themselves that after 11 a.m. is fine. By all means, keep doing it, keep losing, keep doing it, and keep losing. Okay, there's nothing we can do to convince you, and we're not going to sit here and try. So on this market, we were in the neutral state. We were in the whip zone, yes, and it got whippy, and people lost yesterday. All right, so we're going to head over to Tesla. And Tesla levels from yesterday, aren't they a beauty? Boom, boom, rejection. Boom, rejection. Boom, rejection. Boom, rejection. Boom, rejection. This is why I put these levels in every morning for you. Look at that. Woo! 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 Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Did you follow the levels I put in yesterday? Because there they are. Okay? So what state were we in yesterday on Tesla? Tesla, we were in a bearish neutral state. Bearish neutral state. Here was your whip zone yesterday. Over the whip zone. Over the whip zone. How many times do we go over this? Look. Narrow. Right there is your event to the upside. We do not trade while we are in a bearish neutral state because you thought you were going to the moon and it pulls back. That's because the 20 has to catch up. I think I heard that somewhere. Where did I hear that? Where did I hear that, everybody? The 20 has to catch up. We don't trade with any indicators, CH. No indicators. Narrow, narrow, move. Too far away from the 20. All roads come back to the 20. Too far away. All roads come back to the 20. Too far away. All roads come back to the 20. Over and over and over and over again. Every single day. Stop talking about crashes to the moon, nonsense, RSI, MACD, bullshit. Get over it. Delete it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. Stop using it. Why are you still using it? Amar with the follow. To chat biz? I don't chat biz with anybody. I only use RSI 1480 for entry points. How long have you been red, Rose? And I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't mean that. I mean that. How long have you been red? Pause, because I use it. Put me on. 501K. Well, first of all, Quash. Quash? Is that your name? Hey, brother. We don't use any indicators. You want me to show you what an amateur chart looks like? Who has a chart that looks like that? Who has a chart that looks like that? Put me in a chat. $11, good morning. Good morning to you. Me. Who else? Just say me or just say me. Not me anymore. Yeah, we don't allow it in the VIP anymore, that's for sure. Who else? Who has a chart like that? Good morning, Bill Boyle. You just have volume. Take it off. Why would you have volume on your chart, traders? By the time the volume is making a move, you are up here already. So you are chasing volume just to lose on your trade. You do realize that, right? When you see good volume, you are already up here in position 3. And then that's when you're entering, and that's why you're losing. Get it off the chart. Good morning, Abdel Franklin. Yes, it is over there on the tubes. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on that every day. Me with indicators. Yeah, guys, you got to get them off, okay? You have to get the indicators off. So Tesla was in a neutral state, bearish neutral state. You had to wait for it to get bullish. That was the pullback. You're in a bullish state now, and that's why you ran to the upside on Tesla. As we head over to Nvidia here from yesterday, there's our whip zone level, okay? Same thing on Nvidia. You get the move. You are in a bearish neutral state. You see this? Bearish. You have tons of pivots here to your left. You're not trading into pivots. You're not going anywhere. And then you have a whole number down here. Where are you going? You are trying to short into hell. That's why you had to move back up to the upside. You are in position 2 down here. You're not shorting out of here. Okay? Look, where do we get narrow on this? Right there. There's your narrow. There's your event, and there's your trade to the upside. That is a $1.50 move to the upside, folks. You're not trading any of this here. There's nothing going on here. You're not taking the 9th candle. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candle green to the upside? Where are you going? You need the pullback. You're still in the bearish neutral state here. Look, right there. You're trying to go to the moon. You're still in a bearish neutral state. It runs when you get narrow. See it? Boom. Stop looking at all the nonsense. Look at the price action, everybody. The price action. That is king. That is king. How many of you have tried options? Failed. Penny stocks? Failed. Forex? Failed. Futures? Failed. Equities? Failed. Crypto? Failed. How many of you have tried all the instruments? Put me, yes or me, in the chat. But behind divergence, you can understand divergence. Now that right there, Rack is an amateur trader because he's using the buzzwords. The buzzwords: divergence, opening range breakout, Fibonacci retracement, yada, yada. He's learned the buzzwords, but what Rack needs to do is learn price action. He's focusing too much on buzzwords, and he's losing. He's got to focus on actual things that matter. Price action. Me. Yeah. I mean, folks, you got to learn how to trade in the market. So right now, these are your losers, okay? And these are your winners. These are your losers, and these are your winners. See them? Why are the losers so much bigger than your winners? You tell me why your losers are so much bigger than your winners. Put it in the chat. Why are your losers so much bigger than your winners? Does anyone know why? All night long. Bad risk management? Yep, we know that. But why? Why are your losers bigger than your winners? You all have them. Don't be ashamed by them. You're trading at least. At least you have that going for you. Because you don't know where to get in. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat. Yes, it is. We got 7 hanging lights still over here. Still, we got 7 hanging lights. It shouldn't be Mr. Dave and Lino every single time. Because you don't know where to enter. And you don't know where to enter for a couple reasons. You don't know market cycle, the state, or position of your stock. It's the same theme over and over again. So what novice traders usually do is they look for things that are green, 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 enter, lose. Green, 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 enter, lose. Red, 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 enter, lose. That is how you're trading. You are going long where you should be exiting. You are going short where you should be going long. You have it reversed. You have it reversed, everybody. And that's why your losers are so much bigger than your winners. And another thing, my traders, another thing is you have to get out of your losing trades. You can't sit there and whine like a baby. It didn't go against my way. Woo! No. We don't whine. There's no crying in stock trading. You need to know before you enter a trade, okay? Before you enter a trade. Yesterday, let me move this out of the way. Bump, 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 bump. Yesterday, I took this long to the upside. Right here. Took this long to the upside. Why did I take this trade? Why? Anyone know why I took this trade? Why you were answering now. I'm going to thank these people. JDM, K. Braden, Mr. Dave. Yes, it is. Thank you. 11. Yo! Thank you so much. Why did I take that trade? Well, first of all, we're coming off of a whole number. Okay? We got violence to the upside. I knew when I got into this trade what my risk to reward was. I knew as this candle was coming to the upside where my entry point was. I already knew where my exit point was. I already knew it. I knew where I was getting out. And I have to know where I'm getting out before I enter the trade because I need to know what my risk to reward is. I can't know what my reward is if I don't know what I'm risking. You're not risking and taking reward at the same percentage on every trade because you don't know market cycle. So that is why you do that. Traders, risk to reward. When does the market cycle usually turn over? 80% of the time. What Microsoft? What market cycle percentage? 80% of the time will the market turn over and pull back. Thank you, Fit Wakely. You got it, my baby. Yes, it is. Liquidity swipe first, my friend. Well, it would be called liquidity sweep, and that's swipe, Romario Clark. And no, that's wrong. 1-to-1. The market cycle, 80% of the time, runs on a 1-to-1. 1-to-1. So for those of you that are trying to go for 2-to-1, you can't stomach the pullback because you're going to get a pullback on your 2-to-1s most of the time. Okay? And the reason you're pulling back because it just achieved the 1-to-1. So you need a pullback because that's where the cycle runs on. Then it'll make its next run to 2-to-1. But most of you are getting out there because you can't stomach the pullback. And why can't you stomach the pullback? Because your losers are always bigger than your winners. So you have now built this up in your mind. It's become chronic now. Losing is chronic now. When losing becomes chronic, we start to get nervous. We're afraid because you're using your real money, which adds another disaster thing on top of this. And you can't stay in a trade. Folks, my average trades that I'm in it's 15 minutes that I'm in a trade for. But it can vary. Sometimes I'm in a trade for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes 25 minutes I'm in a trade waiting to achieve my risk to reward. Okay? We don't get into trades. Oh, it's moving up. Take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. Whoop, let's slide that thing up, the stop loss. Take profit, take profit, take profit. No, that's what an amateur does. Because they don't know what they're doing. So they're not confident in the trades that they're taking. So they're moving that itty bitty stop loss up. I finally got a winner. Let me move this thing up. And then you get stopped out. Eventually, it's going to zing you out because you're going to have it so tight all the time because you're money hungry. Boom, it's going to zing you. When you get into a trade, should I show them VIP? Thank you, JDM. Powder! Yes! Should we show them a little something here? Yes, folks, the VIP is open. Welcome to all our new VIP traders, as always. You guys are awesome. To get into the VIP, you are quickly going to head over to theVossTrading.com or just click the link in my TikTok or YouTube bio, and that is where you get into our VIP, and you're going to learn how to trade, baby. We are going to teach you how to trade. When I got into this trade here, it starts to move up, okay? Starts to move up. Am I at my 1-to-1 yet? No. If I'm not at my 1-to-1 yet, I don't touch anything. I'm not touching a thing. I'm not getting scared on a pullback. I assumed the risk when I entered the trade. The only way I put a break even in on this trade is when I earn the right to put my break even in. And you learn that in the VIP. Once I learn the right to put my break even in, boom, it's in. I lose nothing now. As this thing's dancing around, I lose nothing. It's a free trade for me. I earned the right to put my break even in. And I would say 80%, 85% of the time on all my trades, I earn the right to put my break even in. You can ask the VIPers that are in here. And why do I earn the right all the time? Why am I able to get that sucker in there? It's because I know where to enter on the market cycle. So now for me as a trader, will I still take bad trades? Yep. But at least I had the chance to put my break even in. So only thing I lose is a little bit of commission. That is it. We're not losing these big trades because I know where to enter. Once you learn where to enter as a trader, it's life-changing. VIPers, how many of you are able to put your break-evens in now more than before you became into the VIP? How many of you can now put a break-even in and be fine? Yep, let it go, either up or down. We don't care, because if it comes back down and it breaks me out, stops me out, and I break even, I say to that stock, are you ready? You're fired! And we move on and wait for the next setup. It didn't do the job I asked it to do. Boom, you're gone. I'm going to go on to something else. Hello, Mahesh. How are you? Hello. Warren, good to see you. Warren says, thanks for plain language and no fluff. You got it, Warren. Stock trading is no fluff. Warren, you want to find the people that give you no fluff, because the people that are giving you the buzzwords don't know what they're doing. Okay? So, where do we enter? Do you all want to know where the hell you enter so you can put in your break-evens? Yes or no? Do you want to know where to enter, everybody? Put yes. Tap that screen. We're only at 4. You get us to 60,000 taps, and we're going to show you where to enter in the market. Thank you, Powder Andrew. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you. Start tapping. 60,000, and we're going to show you where to enter. Flexa, you do it over there too. Show Monty, make sure over there on the tubes you hit that screen. You're going to see hearts come up, okay? Make sure we're tapping and not napping. Tapping is clapping. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. While we're waiting to get to that 60,000 mark, and we're going to show you where to enter into the market, we're going to go over some more of these. Now, PLTR is usually the fan favorite too. All right? PLTR to the moon. You see where we rejected? I told you in this area, remember right up here, was a big supply area. Whammo! I said it. I circled it. Woo! All right, here we go. I see a beautiful A+ setup here. VIPers, do you see it? A beautiful short A+ setup on this right here. Do you see it, everybody? VIP, do we see it? K. Braden, thank you so much. Powder, yes it is. Thank you, Powder. Am I nice and clear today? Am I more clear than usual? We rearranged the studio here. EMAs? No, they're not EMAs. Clear. Thank you, Bill Boyle. Good to see you. They can really see my gray hair. See him? See him? Gray's sexy, though, right? This is your A+ setup, folks, right here. This is your entry for a short. Beautiful. Get about a 6-to-1 on this. We are at 48,000. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. That is an A+ setup. You know where most traders are going short on this? Right there. So where us and the VIP are getting out, you're just getting in. And that's why your reds are bigger than your winners. Because you're going to hang on for dear life here as this thing starts moving back up. Oh, boy. And now we're praying, please come back down. No, please come back down. Come back, Jack. Voss Nation. Yeah, I like that. Wall Street, Voss Nation. We're not shorting down here. We're not buying up here into a whole number. We're at 52,000. Now I'm going to start drawing it out, okay? Woo! Make sure you can see it. Well, I got to move this over. Are we ready, my traders? Are we ready, my traders? We got 6,000 left to go. You guys are in for a treat now. Where, my beautiful traders, where are we going long? What numbers or number are we going long? This is called the market cycle. In the VIP, you are going to have an entire training on this and entire training on this market cycle. It's going to change your trading forever. Ask the VIPers that are already in here. They'll tell you. Where are we buying? We are buying in the cycle of number 1 and number 6. Okay? Where is number 1? Let me move this over here. Number 1, what do we call that setup? What is number 1 setup called? That is the A+ setup. That is where you're going to make your living. So when you start veering off as a trader, because you're going to go back into those bad habits, number 1 is where you come back to make your living. Right here, number 1 on the market cycle. This is your A+ setup. Number 6, what is this setup called, my beautiful traders? And we're going to go over them on a chart here in a second. What is number 6? He goes, I would have bought there. Low end. No. You're in real class now. You finally made it, thanks TikTok, to the graces. What is that? Is called a reversal. This is the A+ setup right here. And this is the reversal trade back to the upside, because that's where the cycle's going. Now, for the amateur trader, okay? For the amateur, we're going to pull this back right now. The amateur trader is trying to go long at number 2. Okay? The amateur trader is trying to buy at number 4. The amateur is trying to buy at number 5. The amateur is trying to buy at number 8. The amateur is trying to buy at number 7. You only have 2 market cycle places where you can take a buy entry. 2. That is it. You have 8 spots here. Well, 9 technically, because this is the whip zone. So there's a lot of failure in here, right? There's a lot of ways to fail going long in the market. And that is why you have a 92% failure rate in the market. There's a lot of mistakes that could be made here. There's a lot of mistakes that could be made here, traders. And that is why you're losing. All right, let's back this up now. Where do we short? What numbers? Where do we short? Number 3. And number 8 is just a reverse. Whoa, baby. He is. What is this called up here? Number 3, short. What is that called? What kind of setup? What kind of setup? No, don't short at number 2. That's consolidation. Where are we short in that 3? What is that called? No. Reversal. This is where your reversal is. What is number 8? You're learning more on this TikTok live in the last 5 minutes than you have your whole entire trading career. You believe that? Think about that. Number 8 is your A plus setup to the downside. See number 8 right here? You see number 8 to the downside? Do you got it now? That is your number 8 to the downside right there. This is your position 2 to the upside. That's your consolidation. No. Whoa, making sure you're awake, everybody. This is your reversal coming back to the upside. Okay? That's your reversal going back to the upside down here. Do you see it? Look. Bam. That is your reversal coming back to the upside. Okay? This is your A plus setup going to the upside. That's your consolidation. Over here is your short coming back down to the downside. That is the market cycle. Over and over and over. It'll do it over and over and over. But the problem is you're trying to go long where you're going to consolidate. You're trying to go long where you should be shorting. You're trying to short where you should be going long. This is why your numbers are all over the map. And then here's what happens. When the trader starts to lose, they just totally forget everything. They go into this mode. Oh, it's green. I'm getting in here, right here. It comes up, boom, rejection. You lose. You're out because you can't handle the pullback. And why don't we take a trade here? Because we never trade into the granddaddy. You never trade into this is a flat 200. That is a brick wall. Where are you going? Where are you going? Another thing a novice trader will do is they think they're going to the moon. It's over the 200. We got confirmation. No, you didn't. Where do you see confirmation on this to the upside? Where do you see confirmation on that to the upside, traders? Where's their confirmation? Anybody? I've been trading 3 months. I need all the knowledge I can get. Well, you're going to get it here. Where are you going, folks? This is, what time is this? 12:30, okay? 12:30 on the 17th. Let's move this down. Right here. Woo! Let's move it over. Where are you going? You got a 200 right above you. Where are you going, traders? Which leads me to the next thing. How many of you trade on multiple time frames at once? This is always a doozy right here. How many of you trade on multiple time frames up at the same time on your execution monitor? Yes or no? Or how many of you just have one Weeble chart up with a 1 or 2 minute chart? Yes, Josie. Yes. Look at all these VIPers. What is the one? Only word I'm going to use, the 2 words I'm using is the one. If you're a real trader, you're going to know exactly what that means. The one. This is industry wide. What is the one? Anybody? What's the one? If somebody comes up to you, that's a trader, and says, do you trade on the one? What are you going to tell them? You're going to tell them you trade on the 5-minute chart. Yep, that is the one. That is where you're going to make your living. Okay? You're not going to make a living on the 1 or the 2 minute. It's just not going to happen. Do they have their place? Sure they do when you're looking for reversals. Okay? But your living is going to come off the 5-minute chart. What's the big brother to the 5-minute chart? You can trade on me anytime. What's up, Pee-wee? I know you are, but what am I? Yes. The 15-minute, correct. Boom. You will never take a trade on the 5-minute without checking in with Big Brother on the 15-minute. Okay? Has everyone got that? Now, here's the most important question of the day. What time frame do we base our states on? The state of our stock is based off of what time frame? We're going to do multiple choice. A15, A5, B15, or C, 2 minute. The state of our stock is based off of what time frame? A, B, or C? Correct. That's C, correct. The 2 minute. The state of your stock is always based off of your 2 minute chart. So once you think it should be right here, need the state, 5, 15, 1 hour, and daily. These are the 5 time frames you are going to have up at all times on your execution monitor. Okay? These 5. You cannot trade the market without having multiple time frames on higher time frames up at the same time. So the 5 minute is your execution time frame. That is the one. You cannot take a trade on the one without checking your multiple higher time frames, because you do not want to be trading into, as a short, you never want to trade into what? Support. We never go long into a resistance. Okay? We never trade into support. Never short into support. Has everyone got this? Does everyone understand this? You can't do that, then you'll never, then cancel your trading. Go find a different career. Everyone got this? No one cares about the merger. We're going to get into that in a second. And you got to get monitors, Miss Terry, because if you're trading off a phone, it's not going to end well for you. Okay? Tier rants, you trade on the 1 minute. That's why you lose every day. All right? The yellow line is the granddaddy of them all. You never trade into that going short or going long. It will not end well for you. All right? You'll learn all about the granddaddy, the daddy, and the 8 in the VIP. Folks, you're welcome, True. We are going to teach you all of this in the VIP extensively. It's about time you buckle up and you start learning how to trade instead of guessing every day. Because the more you come into the market and keep guessing, the more you're going to lose. And here's why. You're going to start building bad habit after bad habit after bad habit. Your emotions are going to get worse and worse and worse. Your revenge trading will get worse and worse and worse. And you will be broke and do so much damage to your family if you keep on this track. I'm telling you that right now. I've been there, done that already. You must learn how to trade the market correctly. This is a tool. There's a reason the market does what it does. We don't care about news. Forget the news. You just got to know the timing. 8:30, which you're not going to be trading anyway, okay? 10 o'clock, you just got to know when the news is coming out. Don't care what the news is, all right? You're not chasing news. How many of you have tried a trade chasing the news? How did that work out for you? How many of you were like, a new IPO's coming out, I'm going to go chase it at the open? How'd that work out for you? Not well, right? And we're going to teach you all of this in the VIP. You're going to head over to the VossTrading.com or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. You just click it, okay? Everything is done there. Our entire platform is at that website. All right. Now, which brings me to this. Traders, I need you to open these ears now, and I need you to lock in. I'm looking at you right here, everybody. I'm looking at you all right here. Ready? You are not trading to make money. What? What? You are not trading to make money. That is an afterthought. That is the bonus. You have no control when you enter a trade of what it's going to do. You can be the greatest winning percentage. I've heard 90%, 95%. You don't, okay? Once you enter a trade, once you execute that trade, we have no control over what that trade's going to do. None, zero, zilch, nada. We only control one thing in the market. We only have control over one thing. And I'm going to give you a little hint. This is what most people are terrible at. What is that, VIP? What is the only thing we control in the market? I've been trading for a living for 12 years, and I can say this guy is legit. I am a bit of a swing trader nowadays. Oh, he gets it. Thank you, Matthew. Good to see you in here, man. What is the only thing we control? Your emotions, negative. Sizing, negative. Your risk. That is the only thing we control in the market is our risk management. And the reason so many traders lose and blow up their accounts is because they can't control their risk management. That is the problem. You are the problem. The only thing we control when we get into trade is when we're getting out. As far as what it does, we have no control over that. So when you become a VIP member and you really want a real education from a real community, what are we going to work on first, everybody? Put it in the chat. The number one thing we are going to work on is what? What are we going to work on? Risk. Because unless you are a great loser, you can't be a good winner. You will never be a great winner. We talked about this last weekend. In the market, you will never be a great winner ever. You will be a good winner. The only thing you can be great at is risk. If you're not great at risk, don't even attempt this. Don't do it. Okay? So we're going to work on your risk management and make you a great loser. That is the first thing we're going to do. Then what's number 2? Entry. We got to teach you market cycles so you know when the heck to get in so you have a chance of getting a win. We don't control what it does once we enter on a proper entry. We still don't have any control over that. We have no idea what this stock is going to do. But we're going to be great at risk. That's why we work on that first. Okay? You got to keep those losses small. So when you do enter properly and it does go your way, which we have no control over, you win. You win. You start becoming consistent. And what's number 3? Maximizing profits. This is something myself, you, and everybody will be working on for the rest of our lives. Maximizing our profits. Okay? These two, we're going to get you really good at. This one, we're going to work on for a while. Maximizing your profits. Okay? So we can't get good at trading, and we can't turn these losers. Okay, remember, these are your winners and losers, everybody. You have big losers and little winners because your risk management is poo-poo. They are poo-poo. Okay? So right now, I want everyone to put hashtag poo-poo in the chat because your winners are smaller than your losers. Okay? And the VIP, this is what we're going to do. Those are going to be your winners, hopefully. These will be your losers. VIPers, are your winners and losers starting to become more and more like this now? Have we flipped it? Because right now, the red is bigger. We're going to flip it so your greens are winner. Until we can flip these arrows for you, you ain't going to go anywhere, folks. Poo-poo, Aaron. There we go. Poo-poo. Okay? So who wants to start learning how to trade the right way? Let's hammer these roses. We got one more rose goal after this. Let's hammer the rest of these as a team. Dream team. We are at 104,000 likes. Keep the pressure going. Keep it going. Let's go. Let's go, my beauties. We're giving you a lot of free education on here. JL, Haba, Rev. All right, hold on. We got to do one more. That's what they tell me. Please don't stop the music. All right. So who wants to have bigger winners than losers? Who wants to have it's common sense, folks. Who wants to have bigger winners than losers as a trader? Put me in the chat. Flood the chat on YouTube and TikTok with me's. Don't be afraid to chat in here. Don't be afraid to chat. Who wants bigger winners and less losers? Who wants to? Then we got to teach you how to trade. We got to teach you how to trade. Let us teach you how to trade the markets. Because we will, folks. All right? We will get you on the other side of this. But you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. Okay? So let me explain this to you guys. How many of you journal every day, your trades? So right now, your equity curve is going to look like this. Okay? It's going to be just like your loser. You're going to have an equity curve that looks like that. But for the most part, we know your equity curve is going down. It should be going up because you're losing every month. When you join the VIP, right about there, you become a VIP member. Your losers are still going to trend in this direction. Okay? Whoop, let me get red. Your losers are still going to trend this way. Because if you have been trading for a while, we got to break the ego. We got to get rid of that. All right? And you're still not going to listen right away. So it's going to continue. Then you're going to say, well, everyone else is doing well in here but me. So you're going to start to listen. And then we're going to flatten this baby out. Okay? Then slowly but surely, we are going to start making a dent here. And we're going to start heading this way. Slowly but surely. And this is where I want you to put in that goddamn trend line. Right there. There's your trend line. And that's the only time I want you to use one, is on your equity curve. How do you like that, VIP? Huh? Then we're going to start to get you going in that direction. But first, we got to clean up this mess that you created. We got to clean up this mess. And how do we flatten this out right here? How are we going to flatten that out? Does anybody know? How are we going to flatten it out? Teaching you proper risk management. Teaching you proper risk management. Enough is enough. Aren't you sick of it? Enough is enough. Let's go, baby. We are at 109. Hammer the rest of those roses, my beauties. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Got to plug the leaky bucket. I know when VIP members don't do well in the market. You want to know how I know? Because on days that the stock market is running good, they can't wait to post their winning trades. But when, like yesterday, all the people who always post winners and never post losers, they go silent on days like yesterday because all they did was lose, so they have nothing to post that was real. So I know when the market is bad that day, oh boy, for the new VIPers, it's going to be a little painful today. It's going to be a little painful. What percentage of traders lose, like quit the market and wind up losing? 92%. VIP is worth every single video. Thank you. I love you guys. We only want to help you guys, folks. That's why we're here. We want to help you be successful in the market. Okay? We want to help you. We want to make you better. I know the pain you're going through. I went through it. Been there, done that. Get my wife here for you if you want. She'll tell you. I was a madman. I was a madman. Let's go. Let's go. What EMAs? We don't use EMAs. Thank you, Zen Method. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, my brother. But will they learn is the question. Or are they going to keep losing? That's what I did for 8 years, 9 years. Kept saying, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. And guess what? That day never came. We don't use indicators. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. What is the one thing you are struggling with as a trader? Put it in the chat. Let me help you guys out. Let me answer some questions here. The one thing you are struggling with as a trader, put it in the chat. Risk management, Miss Lady. Good to see you, sweetheart. Well, let us help you clean that up. All right. So when we talk about risk management, before, Miss Lady, you ever enter a trade again, Once you become a VIP member, you will know exactly what you're risking right before you hit the entry button. Right before you hit the entry button, you will know what you're risking already and to see if that trade is yours. Then we're going to teach you how to go for your one-to-one. Then we're going to teach you when to put that break even in. So when you're in the trade and it's still going in your direction, hopefully, you got nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose at that point. Entry on shorts. Yes, you got to know what part of the market cycle to enter on. All right. So if we break up PLTR here, and we'll go to a random day for you. We'll pick this one. Right there, us VIPers, we see two clear entries here. Two clear entries. There's your A+ setup short to the downside, and there's your reversal back down to the 20 that we talked about. Remember on the market cycle chart? That is your reversal. That is the A+ setup number right there. And we're going to teach you how to enter on these. Bump, 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 bump. What do I trade on? Sterling Trader Pro. I trade on Sterling Trader Pro. What else do you have? What else are you struggling with? Options trader. I don't want to join until I know the success rate in the group. If it's, I want it to be 100%. Good luck. See ya. Bye-bye. What else? The blue, red, and the yellow are your 8, 20, and 200. How much money should you start with, Maximo? $0. Oh, boy, we got to go over this now. $0. Look, your family's happy when I hear me say that. $0 you were going to start with. So my question, Maximo, is this. Do you know how to trade? Why would you use your money? And Maximo, this is serious. Before you knew how to drive a car, before you were 17 years old or whatever the age is, would you get into a car at 10 years old and go take it for a spin? No. So why would you put money into the market not knowing what to do? So traders, you must be profitable in a simulator, trading the live market data for 6 months straight in a row. You must be green. Oh, I could do that. That's easy. I'm not done yet. Minimum 350 trades over that 6 months must be completed. So if you only trade 300 times and you're green over 6 months, failed, start over. 350 trades minimum. You must trade over to 6 months. You must be green, 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 green. If you're red here, you start back over. If you can't trade in the simulator, trading in the live market for 6 consecutive months, green, minimum 350 trades, you have no business trading your real money. Okay? So XRP, let's see what we got. Makes sense when I put it into perspective, huh? Look at these. Look at this. Look at this from yesterday. Woo! Boom! 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 I put these in yesterday. Yes, it is. XRP to the moon. Just listen to me, would you? Oh, Christ. All right, XRP. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yeah. XRP to the moon. Right now, you are in a narrow state. Yes, it is. You want to get over 239.26, and then you have room up to 246.13 on XRP. Under 234.25, under the whole number, get down to 232.63 right there, my babies. Mark those numbers down. What simulator do you recommend for beginners? DAZ is good. Trading View. Trade Station has one. Okay. Buy XRP. I don't know. On Mayo, you tell me. When would you buy on XRP? To the moon. Look, are you buying here, Mayo? On XRP to the moon? Are you going to buy there? Muar Zen, thank you. Yes, we're almost done with the roses. Yes, it is. Hammer those babies. No, we're not buying there. We just went over this market cycle. All rows lead back to the 20. Okay? Trading View is poo. Well, maybe you got McDonald's Wi-Fi, SSS. Did you ever? And folks, please don't trade on Wi-Fi. How many of you, I'm afraid to ask, how many of you trade on your phone or Wi-Fi? Put me in the chat. I don't want to look. I'm going to be like a novice trader at the open when I enter. I don't want to look. Is it going up or is it going down? Oh, jumping jack. No. 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 How can you trade on Wi-Fi? Tried it all the same. Oh my God. What are you trading? Like 3 shares, Shauna? I didn't mean to say that. Did I say that? I'm sorry, Shauna. Whoops. Perry, it only takes one time, brother. It only takes one time. Wi-Fi. Yikes. Why is trading on Wi-Fi bad? Keep doing it. Don't worry about it. Keep doing it. Don't worry about it. Keep doing it. Any other questions? Put them in the chat. Let's go over them. What is one thing you are struggling with in the market? Put it in the chat. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. You can lose connection if all. You can lose connection. That's all. Don't worry about it. If I'm in a trade with 2,000 shares and I lose connection, don't worry about it. That's the worst case scenario. That's the worst case scenario. Folks, and these people trade, man. Oh my lordy, Lou. What else do we got? Any questions? Is it fair to say the higher the time frame you bounce off of, the greater the move? So user, what's up, baby? I always see your profile picture. I know it's you. So any support or resistance, the higher the time frame, could it be at the bigger move? Possibly. But remember, the higher the time frame you go on, the support and resistance is much stronger. Okay? So your 200 on your daily is going to be much stronger than your 5-minute. Your 20 on the daily is going to be much stronger than your hourly, your 15, okay? My opinion on Robinhood. Hey, Gladguard. Good to see you, Gladys. No, I would never use Robinhood. I mean, they get investigated more times than ever. You want to use a direct access routing broker, everybody. So I want you all to go search for DAR brokers. You want direct access routing brokers. You want to pay commissions, okay? Because you go right to the exchange. You don't want to have the middleman. With Robinhood, Webull, Thinkorswim, you got the middleman, and that's why when you're trading with bigger size, you're not going to get filled where you want to get filled. Your Verizon is booming. Keep doing it, Emmanuel. Keep doing it. Robinhood robbed you? Yeah, I would have never used. I mean, if you want to be a real trader, you're not going to use Robinhood. Interactive brokers is good, yes. Mm-hmm. And I got no skin in the game with brokers, so. What else? Any other questions, my beauties? We are at 122,000 likes. You're up 30% in the last month on Robinhood. How did you do the 6 previous months? Zen Method, Lucky, JL Haba, Bill Boyle, Muhar, Zen, His Majesty, yes it is, Andre, Juanito, Rickster, George, True, Cheeto, Rev, Christina Zan, Sir Dark, Rickster, Hammer, JL Haba, Bill Boyle, I appreciate that, man. Little Kevin, yeah, little Kevin. Tommy, Powder, JDM, K. Braden. Yes, Mr. Dave, thank you for the tubes as well, baby. JDM, Powder, K. Braden, we got everybody, right? 11, thank you so much. Andrew the Believer, Sue, Felicia, Marcus, Davion. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're not going to be able to help everybody, my brother. But the people we can reach and help, that is great. I mean, people just aren't going to change. They're just going to keep losing, hoping for a miracle every day. Thank you, everybody. I love you all so much. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. We got to get the whip zones in place tomorrow. Okay, and get your levels in place for tomorrow. Get in that VIP. Let me teach you how to trade. Stop guessing, stop losing, and let's turn this around for you, okay? I love you all so much. Have a great day. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Have a great one, everybody. Love you.